Hi guys, and welcome to Late Night Blitzball with Bryan and Cameron here.
Blitzball? Oh, are you playing Final Fantasy?
Oh yeah,
Is that our background?
That's our background for this episode. I mean, people are probably getting tired of Roller Coaster. And
I was gonna say, I wonder if people are getting really confused about what exactly this is.
yeah,
Because
people
it's just
they're like, "What did he? It's Talking Tycoon is gone. It's Late Night Blitzball."
yeah.
Oh my god.
So unfortunately, we have phone edition here again for me. In case you're wondering, why does audio sound so bad last time? It actually didn't sound that bad. I was listening back to it. It was just yeah. But yeah. So we have Brian and myself here. Another thing is this isn't always just us. It just seems to be the only two people that we can ever get a hold of. So this can really be any of us on Canadoofs.
Exactly. And I would like to do it live one day. Like if we can live stream it with we got I don't know 15 people talking. We'd do a Q&A.
Jesus, 15? I feel like that.
Oh yeah, I am an optimist, man.
Go for all the people.
Huh? You run away
all
from
15 Canadians in the world.
Oh crap! I forgot the Ronsos are big.
You forgot the what?
The Ronsos were huge.
Okay. I don't know what that is.
They also.
Anyways, what
have you ever played Final Fantasy X?
No, I've been planning to maybe someday. But
10 is great.
I was gonna say it's been 20 days here. I looked it up after uploading our last thing today. So it's been 20 days. What's new?
Oh my god. I haven't recorded any episodes of my Leaf Green Let's Play.
Classic.
So yeah, I've been really busy with school and baseball and such.
Classic.
And yeah, Final Fantasy X Remaster came out on Steam.
Yes.
So that took a lot of my time. I'm really happy with the port they did. They botched a couple ports, and most of the newer ones, like Final Fantasy 13 and such, did not get favorable reviews because of the port.
Right.
I didn't seem to have any problem with 13 Sport, but others seems to have. So, but I'm really happy that 10 is getting a lot of positive reviews, and it's running really, really great. And it comes with 10-2, and then the side movie, and then another spin-off game, The Last Message. So you're basically getting 3 games in a 30-minute movie for the price of a regular Final Fantasy. Well, it's a bit more expensive. It's $33 instead of the natural 20.
I think they did the same thing with 4. I think I don't remember playing through it exactly. I never got that far, but I think they released the after years with it as well.
They have the bundle, but they release both separately.
I don't think I got it then, because I was I heard I looked it up, and after years it was apparently bad. So
no, apparently the after years are terrible.
Yeah, it's probably.
Oh my god, they're so slow.
I was gonna say, I think you were talking about Final Fantasy X coming out last time we did this. Actually, it'd probably be around the right time.
Yeah, I said something about 12 should come out soon. They should make the 12 remake really soon, and then the 10 HD came out 2 days later, literally 2 days later. I was like, oh, this is great. 12. I said 12. 12 is not going to come out until they really announce it, but I think they're working on it. I think they're secretly working on it.
Right.
So I heard something has been leaked like that. I'm not really sure.
I was going to say just one other thing on the podcast here as well. Yeah, the whole red background and stuff, just kind of scrapping that and doing the thumbnails, because in order to go in and edit these and throw in the background and then wait for 6 hours of rendering just to have the background there, literally nothing else. This is something convenient that we can do over the summer because we're both hellishly busy.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue on with you. Anything else?
Other than that, I was into the big Overwatch versus Total War debate. There were two.
Overwatch. Can I ask that? I know.
Overwatch is a Team Fortress type of game made by Blizzard.
Oh, so I have zero interest in it. In other words.
So it's not on Steam, and it's super popular. It's gonna be the next big online FPS multiplayer thing.
Right.
So, and apparently they had pretty good reviews. And the other game that came out the exact same day was Total War Warhammer, in which they have like a long running franchise of historical strategy and real time gameplay.
Yeah.
And they mixed it up with some fantasy, the Warhammer series. And usually they were quite like traditional. They were going like for Total War Rome, Egypt, not Egypt, but Napoleon and Attila and stuff like that. So they kind of went all out, and I actually bought the game, and it's really good. I mean, I don't think I should have bought it full price, but it's still pretty good. I like it.
What's full price in this case?
Hmm?
What define full price in this case? You mean like $70?
Oh, no, 72.
72?
Yeah, but it's like I like strategy games. Like I've played Civilization 5, but I'm not like that into it in a way that I'm not gonna play more than like 40 plus hours of it.
Right.
And it's a potential game where you can get like a lot of hours in, but it all depends because I know there's gonna be a lot of great games coming out. And this Steam sale, I eventually will buy something in June that will just say, "Oh my god, I have to play it right away." And it's probably going to be kind of one of those games that I'm going to put aside. So it's too early to judge, but I think like it's a really good game. But I think I won't get the full value of it because I'll probably ignore it to some other game. It always happens.
Well, I mean, if you have time for it, yeah. Like my rule of thumb's always been, I think I've told you this: if I can get $1 per hour out of a game that I buy, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Which obviously varies for. Like obviously that can be very heavily depending on the game. But
I got a full Excel spreadsheet about a whole bunch of formulas I've taken to see if I got like the full value off my game. I'm a stats cruncher like that, and
I'm not sure what like the actual. I use $1 per hour as like a rough sketch. Obviously, it's going to be a bit different when there's something I really want that just comes out on new release that costs $90, which we'll get to, but it's not very often that I do something like that anyway. So for me, it's like I don't pay much more than $30 ever for anything. So it's like easy to get that.
Yeah, I go by the basic of there's a website called steaminfo.db or steamdb.info, something like that. It basically tells you stats from Steam, and one of it is the average playtime per game. So if I can research like Final Fantasy X, no, let's give an example. Final Fantasy 8. The average playtime that people play this game is around 30 hours. So basically, to get the full value of the game, I have to play something around 30 hours because that's the average, So I suppose the average person has got their full money out of it. So that's what I'm saying. Even though Final Fantasy 8 is only like $17, I think, then I would still have to be like in the like 50 cents per hour to get the full value off of it.
Okay.
Because I get like your $1 per hour thing, but some game are just like better quality than others. Like,
oh, totally.
Would you play like 50 hours of Final Fantasy 13 or 50 hours of Final Fantasy 7? If both of them were the same price, would you get the same value off of it?
It depends because I know a lot of people
more or less, because that's I take that as a really wild example because I know most people don't like 13.
Exactly, yeah.
But I got like 84 hours out of 7 and 74 hours or 73 hours off of 13.
Would you say you enjoyed them about the same, or like which did you enjoy more in that case?
Oh, I enjoyed. It's hard. Both games are games that I have beaten before on the PlayStation 3. Final Fantasy 7 being like a PSN store bought.
Yes.
And oh shit! Okay, I screwed up. And 13 I bought on the PlayStation 3. So both of them
Right.
I've beaten the game, and then when it came out on Steam, I'm like, oh well, I'm gonna try to 100% it, following walkthroughs and such. See what I've missed of the
Yeah.
game, so I can see like, oh well, this is cool, this is neat.
See, and that's the thing I kind of like about Steam that I wish I had I wish I had a tracker for some reason, like just something that, has kept track of how many hours I've put into everything over my whole life or whatever. Because it just I'm sure oh, I'd really like to know. I'm sure a lot of things still probably don't beat Perfect Dark on the N64 for me. That's probably one of the top ones, if not the top one still. Even though I don't play it that much today, it just what back in the day, man. And that I remember I was actually asked in an interview once with a theater thing. It was like, what do you think the best $5 you ever spent was? And I was like, well, let me tell you. And it was this thing that had nothing to do with this. I had to talk about video games, which is rare for me to go off on a video game tangent.
Mine would have to be 100% orange juice. I paid $3 for it as a Steam sale late buy because I bought like a $20 gift card, and I was like, oh, I have $2 to burn. And then I decided to go with 100% orange juice, and I played 130 plus hours.
Buy this game named after fruit.
Oh yeah.
No.
Well, because at the time there wasn't not a lot of board games on Steam, and the anime style was it made. I was attracted to it, so I was like, oh, that's cool. So, and it ended off paying off. I had a really good time playing it.
I was gonna say with Perfect Dark though, my brother and I went halfsies on it at a video store. I can't believe that. Each paid $5, and that cartridge. Oh my god, that cartridge probably wants to die. But I don't know. I think something for him it was 7,500 or 9,000 plus hours he's got to have into it by now.
Oh my god.
Including the SPLA versions. I probably have 6,000-7,000 hours. Our oldest brother probably has 3,000-4,000 hours. Good game.
That's not. To come back to my Final Fantasy 7 and 13 playthrough, what I've noticed is 7 is the best game to play, to walk through it, but 13 is a lot more fun to 100%.
Huh.
The whole section of the game where you go after the Thief Stones and you beat these bosses one after the other is so much fun. I mean, I don't know why they messed it up so bad. They put it as a really bad side quest, and it starts out really weak, and then it stops for some reason because you need to advance the story to get to the next stones, and then you kind of forget about it, and because it doesn't really pay off, and it doesn't really give you any equipment. It just lets you grind off monster that can basically customize weapons and such. And remember the item customization in Final Fantasy 13? It's not really good if you're just walking through the game, but if you're grinding off these bosses and you're getting these rare drops, it's like a whole new game.
Right. That's good. Replay value is always good. That's why I love 5.
So, and 7, I feel it wasn't really special. You would go through most of the game regularly just with the walkthrough, and you didn't really miss anything. I mean, and all you've missed is grindy stuff like the Chocobo side quests and the Chocobo races, and then what else? That's most of it. Is that I got the ultimate weapons really easily in 7. That was not a job.
I feel like there was one that was pretty difficult. I just can't remember what.
7? And Cloud was easy. Barrett was literally on the stairs. Stairs. Tifa, you had to dig. Tifa, you had to dig for it. Kate said you found it in a locker. It was really easy. Do you know what ultimate weapons are really hard? 10. Final Fantasy 10 has the hardest ultimate weapons to get in the whole game. A franchise. But not even close. All of them are a grind.
Right. So, moving on, has there been anything else really, or has it been a Final Fantasy filled life?
That's basically it. I've put a good 20 hours into Final Fantasy 10, 21 now. And that's about it. I mean, that's another thing. Final Fantasy X is a game I've already finished. It was actually my first Final Fantasy because I watched Nintendo Caprice on Let's Play, and I was like,
You never
oh,
finished that yet,
this is cool.
but you never. That's the game people bug him about, right? I think because you never finished that one.
The 10?
Yeah.
He finished it. He just said he would come back to do like the Omega Ruins and something.
Oh, okay. I seem to recall watching something else of his where he talked about how he was left it on hiatus and would come back to it. Yet the whole years I've been watching him, I've never seen him come back to it. That's why.
Yeah, he said he would come back to the Omega Runes, but the thing is, the HD remaster is the international version, and for once, Europe got something better than us. Good on them. Like the game featured like all these extra bosses, like the Dark Aeons, and an extra like super like they had like, oh my god, like I want to say 7 more super bosses. So,
Okay.
and then it really adds like to the game. Like the Final Fantasy X is a perfect example how the game, like I said, you walk through the game and you like it, and then you try to 100% it, and then you're like, this is a whole new different game.
Right.
In 10, like I said, their celestial weapons are grind, and the super bosses are like near impossible. Like, oh, what I did a Jex shot. I did the wrong shot. Yeah, and then the super bosses are like you do from the like arena. They're like super hard. So yeah, it's a game that's super easy because you're constantly like, I don't know, you haven't played a 10, right?
No, I've not. I've played 4, 5, and 7 thoroughly. I've played a bunch of.
Basically, like the combat mechanics is you have like 3 party members at the time, but you can switch them out anytime, no problem, no penalties whatsoever. So I got like a range. Oh, that was a terrible. I just ran into that. You got like your range fighter, who would just see a flying unit, and he would attack it because he's super effective against that. And then the second enemy is like let's say a slime, but you don't have any mages out. Well, you can just switch one of your warriors to one of the mages instantly, and then have that mage attack on the same turn. So this made the game super easy, but also super strategic. Like every unit was good against another enemy.
That's pretty cool.
And that was basically it. And then you said, oh, this one's good to put status ailment. This one is for healing. This one is for stealing. This one is for. And yeah, it was really, really easy. This is one of the easiest Final Fantasy. But like I said, go for the extra stuff, go for the ultimate weapons, and that's a whole new game.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyways, I don't want to go off too much about real life, but I will touch upon it briefly because it has to do with the channel. I'm actually moving tomorrow. I don't even think I told you that. I think I've talked about on the podcast before, or just in general. I'll be moving in with Alex for 2 weeks, and then my brother for what is actually now going to be like 4 months. There was delays on building my family's house and stuff. But what I'm doing for the summer is I decided that I did not like trying to juggle work, plays, and school all at the same time. My grades really suffered and everything, so I'm actually working with my brother at a really high-paying full-time job that's ended up being more than full-time recently, which is crazy for money. But if I can save up like X amount of dollars, I don't have to work throughout the school year, and I can just keep working with these guys every summer. And that's kind of the plan. Obviously, plans always change. But yeah, I'll be living different places. I think we'll probably see a lot of YouTube stuff might actually get done here in the next couple of weeks, only because I'm at Alex's house and we'll be itching to do those kind of things. But yeah, I mean, other than that's all there is really to that. 20 days. I think I've been employed here for all of that pretty well. That's pretty much when I dropped off the map for a bit. But yeah, I did something weird for me, and I know it's not going to seem weird. I was somebody buying a new release, but here's the thing: I I can name on one hand all the new releases I bought in my life, probably. And that would, yeah, actually I can. There's only three. There is SimCity DS, which is going to be an odd one, but it's something that I remember I was just like bored in Calgary or something. We were out at some other family's place. They didn't have any video games or something. I was like 12. I just got a DS, and I was like looking up what games were like out and stuff, and I saw that SimCity DS was coming out, and I was like, oh, I want to go buy that. And I discovered it wasn't out yet. So I came back home after being disappointed at the store, and then I saw that it was coming out 2 days from then. So I made a point of going to the store 2 days from then, and I bought it on its first day release. Not that that would have like a big midnight release or anything, but it is something I bought on day one. Decent game. It's better SimCities, but the other one would be Left 4 Dead 2 on the 360. Back when it was out, I probably bought that first week, and that was like the last $70 game I bought. I really don't spend that much on games, but Doom. I don't know if I've talked to you about it before. I'm huge fan of the original Doom, Doom 2, all that good stuff. Like, great games. So when it came to just like you know how first person shooters are today, I'm not into them like at all. I miss old shooter, old arcadey style, old Doom style, Perfect Dark, stuff like that. I guess GoldenEye, if that's gonna make more sense to people, because that's pretty much Perfect Dark. But Doom did not get hyped for it at all. Did not expect good things at all. I think I saw the E3 trailer, and I was it's interesting because I listen to people talk about it now. People are worried about the exact same things I was. That it was going to be, a very modernized shooter. It's going to be like Doom 3 all over again. It's going to be just, not that Doom 3 was bad, but just a takeaway from what the series is. And also the glory kills. I remember being very concerned about that. I'm like, what is this? There's like these weird, you go on like melee people or something. But I saw a gameplay trailer one day after the game was out, and I just decided, what the hell, I'm gonna go buy it. And I spent $90 freaking on the game. But like, oh man, like I have not had much chance to be with that game, but the time I've played in that game, holy shit, like it is absolutely just like, it's mesmerizing. Like how they were able to capture the old shooter in Doom in a modern setting. Like it's like down to the T. It's like your guns don't reload. You just have the ammo there. You have the same weapons. You have the same enemies and stuff, just all modernized and stuff. It's just complete run and gun chaos the whole time. There's no like hiding or nothing. It's Doom modernized, and it's incredible. And it's also got that bit of Bethesda touch to it with a bit of leveling up and stuff through all these. It's just copious amounts of secrets that you have to find through each map, and it's just. I feel like 5 hours into it, and I feel like I'm not even that far, and I feel like it could be a 20-hour first-person shooter campaign, which is also unheard of. So, like, I need to play more of that, but from what I've seen so far, I already highly recommend it.
Yeah. Well, we had a big conversation about that, about developers trying to grasp the feel of older games, and how they have all failed miserably.
This one hasn't.
But this one hasn't. And I pretty much know nothing about Doom, but I know it's like an ongoing thing about like just see the new Final Fantasy VII. Like in my mind, I was like, oh my god, they're finally gonna do it, but in a way that how are they gonna pull this off? How will they even like?
I feel it's better to be in the skeptical mindset too. I was the same way with Star Wars 7, and you know what, you go into something like that with a skeptical mindset, like low expectations, I should say rather, and you're more likely to enjoy what's a good product. Whereas if you go into something all hyped up and with like absolutely like crazy expectations, if a movie's just good, you're going to think it was bad just because your expectations were so high. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's something that I Hate Everything YouTube channel I like to watch touched upon, and I was like, yeah, you know what? That's like totally me too. It's like I don't get hyped about anything. I feel like I enjoy stuff a lot more because of it. Because it's just like it's very wait and see for me. and especially when it's with something I really like, it's just like, yeah, I don't want to get my hopes up because I don't want them dashed basically.
I remember watching the Final Fantasy VII trailer. I almost cried. I was like, "Oh my god, this is genius!"
It's actually happening, yeah.
You're like, because you hear the rumors and you don't see any screenshots and or like when it was just that screenshot. But when they show the little gameplay and they're like the music and you're like, "Oh my god, how they?"
Were you gonna segue to how you're skeptical of it? Because
Yeah, I was
I'm
like,
another one skeptical of.
I didn't believe
But
it. I was like,
they
they're gonna
imagine-
mess up a perfect game, basically. I was like, this is not gonna
What
work.
worries me if they go Final Fantasy 13 style, say like in gameplay.
No, they're going for versus 13, which is 15, which is a lot like Type Zero. It's a lot more hack and slashy.
Well, they really got to be careful because with something like that, you can't stray too much.
Exactly.
Again, Doom 3 strayed heavily from the formula of
It's
Doom 1 and
like
Doom.
it's weird. Square Enix doesn't believe in turn-based combat anymore. It's weird because
Except in
they've
Bravely
made
Default.
so much money off of it.
Except in Bravely Default and second.
Yeah, but you know what they did with it? They threw it as a spin-off. They're like, it's not popular anymore.
Just for an excuse to do it again.
Exactly, and it ended up being super popular. The game I talked to you about, I Am Setsuna, is actually came out on Steam store. It's going to be released this July,
Right.
so that's something to look forward.
I was gonna say other than Doom, I actually started picking up my 3DS again. With these shifts I've been doing, I have a really hard time falling asleep anytime before like I guess 10 p.m. But like I don't know, I've been having to get up at like 4 a.m. for these. I'm working on getting shifts switched, which should also help motivation to do YouTube and stuff. But I don't know. It's something like the reason I haven't been playing Doom is because I'm having a hard enough time falling asleep that early at like 8 p.m. I don't want to get the adrenaline going anyway, so it means I don't even want to play like Mario because it's just like I don't want to play anything action based at all because I want to be able to calm myself, not do anything remotely action based. I guess it's difficult to explain, but so I've been picking up my 3DS and while I was we were actually at the family cabin over the last weekend, and I decided to finally drop some money into Animal Crossing New Leaf. I was like, I'm always complaining that like I'll go to bed before these shifts and I won't have anything, like if I had City Skylines or something that I could do on my Wii U in bed, it would be nice. But I don't have anything like relaxing like that. So I was like, well, why don't I just get like Animal Crossing, and then I can play that before bed, and then I can play something relaxing and just have some fun. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. But I haven't felt about Wild World or City Folk that they were able to capture the essence as much or top the original game. But I feel like this one might do it. I don't know if anything's ever gonna, overwrite, I guess, the nostalgia that I might have for the GameCube one. It might be all that it is, but it seems to be generally agreed upon that the GameCube one's fantastic. But I kept hearing that this one finally outdid it, and I can see it. I can see it. So I've played a bit of it. I've always kind of played those games against the rules, I guess, so to say, where the idea of the game is you're supposed to play like 15 minutes a day and not fast forward, but usually we'd binge play the games for like a few weeks and just mess with the time as we pleased because there's only so much you can do in a game or in a day in those games. But so far I haven't been fast forwarding much because obviously I've only had 30 minutes to spend with it every day anyways. So yeah, but I don't know, pretty impressed with it. It's really upgraded on the formula. It's done a lot of things right and in the right ways. And yeah, I don't know how to get too descriptive about that really, but that's one thing I have been playing as well.
I've played the original one on GameCube and I absolutely loved it. And the reason why it's so much a big success is they finally took it on an handheld console.
Yeah,
Like it
really
makes it makes so much sense like to put it on a handheld console instead of putting like something on like the Wii.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's just like if it's something you have to pick up every day, and just like you're like, especially with something like the 3DS where you're like you have your Street Pass and you have things you have to do daily, kind of try to pick up every day, do something. And then New Leaf is great, and it's probably better like on a digital download where you can just pop in another game into your cassette slot and just open it 15 minutes a day. Like you said, but basically you're not doing it right, but that's okay.
That's exactly what I did too, because I was in the middle of nowhere at the lake, with not a game store in sight, obviously, when I bought it. So I was just like, well, I'll just buy it digital. I think it's the only 3DS game, like the actual. I mean, there's been virtual console shit and stuff on 3DS, but I don't think I've actually bought a 3DS game on digital. But I did buy that one on digital, and I think you're right. I think it's not something that needs to be in a cartridge in that case, because it is kind of like personal to you, I guess.
But like I said, you can only have one game on your slot, and and if you want to, and the 3DS is on the go basically because you're constantly like you're carrying it around you, you know.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that if you're carrying around you, you want to carry like the less amount of cases and games and such, but you still want to play maybe multiple games, you know. You probably got your probably got your go-to game into like the slot, and then you can always have some digital ones. So you feel like, okay, well, I can always pick this up and play.
Kind of how it's been for me too. I've had another game on the go on the 3DS as well. Bit of an odd choice probably, but I don't know. I think it's probably running off the nostalgia factor, if nothing else. But been popping in Nintendogs, Dash Hunt, and Friends from the TS, and just playing that. And I don't know, it's just casual little fun.
But like I said, that's another game that you just put it digitally and it would work so well.
Yeah.
You don't need the.
I looked up the 3DS ones, and I was like, first of all, I'm not really going to be able to, again, dollar per hour justify being able to get something like this. And why bother when they really, I looked it up, they didn't change much from the originals. And what they did change, I didn't really like the look of. Again, it's probably pure nostalgia, but I remember the memory, the menus and stuff, and all that little stuff, the walks on the 2D planes or whatever. I don't know, it all clicks with me. I was actually trying to think where that game placed Dash Hunt and Friends in like after I bought my DS. I was actually gonna say the first game, the game that came bundled in with my original DS, like you know the original DS Silver, the Fat they call it or whatever. If you remember those things.
Yeah.
I feel crazy saying if you remember those things when that's something that's only out 2005. But anyways.
That's still 10 years ago.
Yeah, true enough. But I got Animal Crossing Wild World packed in with that DS, and then I believe Mario Kart DS, second game I bought. I believe Nintendogs was actually third, and something I played quite a bit of. I remember being really frustrated kid, obviously with a lot of free time with that game, because obviously the big thing to earn you money in those games is to do the competitions with your dogs, the frisbee competition namely. But it would only let you do 3 of them per day per dog. And when your dog's pretty new, it is not very good at frisbee competitions, so it was a very big test of patience back then to have to wait a whole another day to be able to do 3 more competitions. But again, I've not been finding confused with that when I can find so little time to play games during the week as it is right now anyway, so it's been pretty fun. I haven't been overdoing it like I did when I was a kid either. I would get like the max amount of dogs, like 8 or something. I just have 2 right now. I have a beagle and a husky, and I've been naming them stupid shit like I called my beagle Dingus, and I called my husky I call my husky Dum Dum. I was just gonna keep rolling with that. I'm gonna call the next one Doofus or something like that.
You're gonna track electronic PETA, e-PETA. They're gonna be on your back.
I thought you said something else. I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's this phone Skype. You can't make out where it's right, apparently. Or my mind's just in the gutter, or both. I don't know. But, I don't know. Dog Simulator. It's been the thing I've been playing.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually, it's more fun than I thought I'd have going back to it. Quite honestly, though, I don't know if you ever played those at all, but
Oh yeah, I've played them.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Which one did you have?
Oh my god. It was I think it was golden retrievers or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm always the kind of guy that wants to buy the one that he thinks nobody else is gonna buy. At that time, it was Chihuahua, Labrador, and Dachshund. I was like, well, everybody's gonna buy Labrador or Chihuahua, so I'm gonna get Dachshund.
You're not even a dog guy.
I'm a dog guy.
No. You're a cat guy.
I didn't have a cat until I was 16. I've had dogs my whole life. I just find cats are easier in, I guess, bachelor life, for lack of a better term. They don't, like, I wouldn't want a dog until I had, like, a full family to watch after it, because you have to be home every now and then for it. Like, I can't just take a day trip somewhere with a dog, leave it at home. I gotta, like, whereas a cat, you can't. That's what I find easier right now, at least.
I see.
You know, maybe outside and that kind of stuff. A cat, you can just, like, leave it with food.
My dog is basically a cat. She's like
my cat's basically a dog.
She's a little Shih Tzu, and all she does is sleep, eat, roll around, and yeah, she doesn't lose her hair, so it's nice.
Yeah, I do find it a really bizarre idea to make a game upon, though. It's just, I guess they've had pet games before, but it's been like, you know, things like Gigapet or
well, it was really aimed towards kids, you know.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, 2005, I would have been about 10, so it worked back then. But I remember justifying buying it because I was supposed to be going to see my little cousins at the lake. It was right before our trip. I was supposed to take to the lake to see them both, and they were like, these would have been like 7 and 4 at the time, so it really made sense. And I remember they had a lot of fun with it. Scratched the fucking shit out of my touchscreen though. Those DS Fats, like the originals, those are horribly designed. Like touchscreen, I give it props first try. Any company doing something like that, but fuck, those things like scratch like there was no tomorrow. Like, it's ridiculous. You can see on that thing to date, there is like down the middle of the screen where you pet the dog. Like, don't even get me started.
And then you had to blow on the mic, and then
yeah, this voice recognition is actually pretty good. I've been using it a lot more than I used to, and it's just like, I don't know, I can say the dog's name. Although, considering I've been naming them all such similar names that start with D, they sometimes get confused. I'll say Dingus, and then Dum Dum will run over to me, and I'll be like, fuck, no, I want Dingus. So, yeah. Dog simulator stories.
The best. Where's the dog simulator let's play?
I actually, I looked it up. People have done that.
Really?
I guess, to each their own. People like watching reaction videos, for Christ's sake, but I mean, so, yeah, there's an audience for everything. But I've been trying to determine, speaking of Let's Plays, what I'm going to do. So I do want to do something. Probably while I'm at Alex's house, I think we're going to try and do a Canadoofs on Double Dash or something like that. But something quick and easy.
Yeah.
But I also want to get a single-player project going, and I want to upload it weekly, not daily, so I can keep up with it for the summer, because there's no time in the summer. But,
oh my god. I had so much fun in Double Dash.
I know.
I would play with my sister the battle modes. And what we would do is we would take the GameCube stage.
Yep.
And we would say, okay, we're not allowed to hit each other. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, the GameCube stage is just a square. It's really small. So basically, you had to trick shot your way through walls to hit the other person, or just do a massive banana field, or just a random cube and whatnot, just to try to hit the other guy. It was really crazy. At one point, you couldn't move, or you can try to hit the other one if you're throwing the banana on the other side, in front of you.
Right. Yeah.
What was great.
I mean,
And they had the
yeah,
best battle modes. Like the pipes
the
were
boss
the
battle.
pipes were fun. Luigi's Mansion was fun. Like I love the whole maps.
They're all pretty basic though.
I
On
know,
that
but it's
game.
stupid because it's fun.
I found I didn't do like by that point in time. By the time I actually got around to playing Double Dash, I think my brother got it for me for my. I want to say it was 12th or 4th. I think it was 14th birthday. My brother got it for me, and it was like I don't know. My brothers and I did not play games together at that point anymore, really. So it's like I think it was beyond the point of like being able to get a great multiplayer experience. At that point, it was about just playing on my own, basically. Of course, things come full circle again, and now I've got my now 25-year-old brother wanting to play video games with me all the time and like phoning me over and stuff. It's kind of funny how things work, but obviously I'll be living with him. But yeah, it'll be interesting for sure. I know my sister-in-law is actually trying to start up a YouTube channel, and she's wanting me to help her with that when I'm living there as well.
Your
But
your
for
your
now,
sister wants to start a YouTube channel.
she just wants a YouTube channel based off of like I think just vlogs, just like straight up, just for like something to do.
Nice.
She's on mat leave and stuff, and she's planning to have another kid after this one's like probably done. So she'll be on mat leave for a lot of the foreseeable future. So I think she's just got a lot of time she's wants to kill, and that's something she wants to do. But she kind of finds them interesting herself and stuff. So yeah, I'll probably be helping her with that a bit, but. Hell, she might be in some of my stuff too. If I'm like, we're living really close quarters. We're living in a 1-bedroom apartment with my brother, my sister-in-law, my niece, and myself.
Gee.
Yeah, they're in a lease for a bit. None of this is really expected too much, so we're gonna be looking into a 2-bedroom because they'll need it for the kid eventually, anyways. A couple months into this, so I'm gonna be moving a lot. I'll be at Alex's, I'll be at their place, I'll be wherever we all decide to move to, or I might move out with Sebastian or something for a couple months, but all until the house is built. And then I'm really looking forward to the year because I mean all I'm gonna do is school, plays, actually not even really plays. There's not a whole lot available to me for plays. My favorite theater just released their theater schedule, and it's very female heavy year, so there's not going to be a lot, if anything, available to me to even audition for. There's the Beauty and the Beast the musical, and I think I might get that because I'm a guy and I do musicals, and that's not common. But there's also only like 3 roles for guys in this particular rendition of it, so I think it's going to be a lot of Let's Play will actually be able to happen in the first, or I guess we're gonna call it the last half of 2016. It's good.
Hooray!
I know. I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's kind of getting to that point where I'm getting excited about it again. It's like there's so many things I could do. Do I do Monkey Ball? Do I do like? Oh, there's just like there's a lot. There's Day Reckoning. There's 1080. There's Cruise.
Oh my god, I would watch Monkey Ball. I would watch 1080. I like these casual Let's Plays.
Right? Yeah, no, that's why I want to. I think Cruising USA is what it's going to be. I think that's going to be the summer Let's Play. It's going to take forever, and I've already kind of like thought it out numerous times. I have a lot of time to think to myself at work. It's very weird, but it's actually kind of nice because I'm just doing the same mundane task with earplugs in because it's an assembly line. So I just have a lot of time to think, and I'm just like, okay, so we're gonna do this Cruising USA Let's Play. We're gonna do it because basically when you beat the game, you got to do it 3 times on. There's 5 difficulties, but you gotta do it on 3 to unlock stuff. So I'm gonna do it once by myself, and then I'm gonna do it once with I think Alex, and then I'm gonna do it once with my for the comedic relief, very modern game friendly guy, very car guy, other Bryan.
I was thinking about the guy who threw the car in this ditch.
Oh, Colby. I probably could do it with Colby too, but I think Bryan's. I don't know. They're probably both pretty into cars.
No,
So,
okay. Colby was in his car.
I guess yeah. You have him on Facebook.
Yeah.
Colby. For those of you that know him, likes to drift his car, and I'm pretty sure that led to him driving off the road, as he documented pretty well on Facebook today. But I did message him. I was like, so is there any damage? He's like, no, there's no damage, but I was about like 2 inches from going into like one of those 5 foot drop little trough river man-made things. I'm like, oh shit. I have like, I know which road he was driving on, I'm pretty sure. And I'm just like, I've had like little thoughts to myself while driving, because I drive to school going by that little back road. It's like, man, what if like you fell into that like with your car? That would just do it in, because it's just like, it's small enough to just like bend your entire car frame.
Like,
And I'm not really one to do any of that stuff like those guys, the drifting and all that. But yeah, he did say his car was okay. He's okay. I think that was about it. Oh yeah, and I told him I told him he really fraunched it up. He's like, yep, he fraunched it up. So that was today. That's very topical.
oh my gosh, that's the Colby thing of today.
Yeah, I should get him on more stuff. We're actually I always talk about future Let's Play stuff, and I kind of like nixed wanting to talk about future Let's Play stuff, but why not? Like, this is all stuff that could eventually will happen anyways. Hopefully, we're playing I want to play through all the Mario parties with a particular like cast of people and stuff, which we've already talked about. It's probably going to be Garrett, Colby, and myself for sure, and we're going to hope Alex, if we can get him free enough. If not, we'll probably find a different fourth person. And for those of you being like, oh, why not take Yoshi? He's in Quebec, and we're on the opposite coast. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would probably...
Well, all I need is the controller to reach all the way.
all the way to Quebec.
Yeah. So if anybody has like an N64 mod that can do how many kilometers from Quebec to freaking Abbotsford, then I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, way to give away my city there, even though it's probably not the
No, it's an AHL team.
It was. It isn't anymore.
Oh, really? I am so not up to
not
date.
even sorry,
Speaking of hockey, want to have our hockey talk?
No, I don't really want to have a hockey talk. But I do want to say quickly that these BC Vancouverite fans begged and begged and begged for an AHL team in Abbotsford, and then they get one, and then it's like, okay, well, Calgary's farm team's the only one available. And it's like, oh, we don't want that. So nobody went for like 5 years, and now they literally call it Albatross, like, you know, in the old tale or whatever, the Albatross tale. I don't know if you ever read that. But yeah, it's basically, we have this giant arena here that nothing's being used for, because no frickin' suitor wants to touch that after they saw that team in Canada performed worse than any American team. All of them. Because the fans were that petty that they did not want to go to a rival team's farm team. It's like, just get over it. Like, you know, I'm an Edmonton fan. Like, Calgary's arguably more of a rival than them, but I still went. It's a different league. Like, jeez. Anyways.
Isn't it like one of... Oh, yeah, we want to stop talking about hockey.
Well, we'll have
I was going to say, like, there's another, like, team from Canada in the AHL?
There's plenty.
Yeah, there's plenty. I was like, I thought you said, like, this is one of the only team in Canada. And, like, no, I'm not sure about that. There's the Ontario Rings, and then there's the St. John Newfoundlands. Yeah,
I also said...
that's all I can think about.
Oh, yeah. I also said I'm very tired. I just worked actually, it was only a 9-hour day today, but it was a long week. I said to my folks earlier when I was going to come do this, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go down, because my brother was over, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. What did I word it as? I'm going to go meet my friend online. I'm going to go meet a friend online or something, is I think what I worded. And they're like, you're going to go meet friends online? I'm like, no, I have a friend that's in Quebec.
I have friends. Yeah, you're like, I'm going to go downstairs. Please do not disturb. They're like, What you doing in there, Cameron?
I don't think they're going to bed. I think they thought like some sort of like plenty of fish type thing for friends or some shit.
Yeah. Oh man.
You know, like, I don't know.
You're playing these Neopets. Try to find some friends on Neopets.
I'm gonna go meet my virtual Nintendogs. Okay.
Oh my god. Club Penguin. It's Club Penguin all over again.
What, penguins? What?
Club Penguin? You never played Club Penguin?
You know, yeah, no. One of my good friends, I I call him Lake Family, actually worked on that game for a while. He worked for Disney, and he worked on that video game, even though he was not into video games at all himself.
It's an MMO for kids with
Yep.
full of sexual predators. It's really cool.
Fuck, wait, what? Okay, I never even played this, but Jesus, is that actually a thing?
Oh yeah. It was like it's an online
Oh,
it's a like a online like a game. It was like on Miniclip, and basically it's like all of these flash games, and you just made your account, and then like all the cool kids would have their mom pay credit cards so they could get clothing apparel. But it was cool. You could just walk around and talk to people, I guess.
yeah, I don't
But
know.
but most of them were kids because
Very
penguins.
old
It was
fashioned.
cute, but yeah, there was a lot of like old people like, hey, like,
Yep.
give me your phone number.
That's bad. I don't know. I don't know about you, but I was like, I don't know. My folks have always been like very old fashioned, I guess, and stuff
Yeah.
and that. But, like we couldn't even put video games on a computer until I think I've had that vlog about putting Windows Millennium Update on that old Windows 98 laptop. That's the gaming computer I had, and that for a long time, up until like 2007.
Because
Was a
the
Windows
game was empty. They didn't need any like moderator and such.
Yeah, but they wouldn't give their credit card to us for anything. I don't really blame them or anything. Just like, I don't know. One thing that I do remember I actually did want to talk about, and I don't know if you have any relation to it at all, but did you ever use like gaming forums and stuff to like, discuss games and stuff?
Not really.
No?
No.
I don't know if you have much to add to this really, but like I frequented and still do check in on two now. I used to be on like geez, I think like five once upon a time. I'm not gonna drop any names here or anything, but I feel like as a general thing, they've just like died off as an appeal for, and I'm not sure why it is, but
Well,
maybe it's
because there's so many places to give out your opinions on games now that
I
like
think
basically like reviews were not as popular, but now they're everywhere. So you don't need to go to on actual forums to get like opinions or
yeah, it's crazy because like I mean I still go to one of these forums, right?
You're
And
right.
it's like a retro gaming forum because I'm into old games and stuff. But I decided that nobody had made a topic about it. I found it kind of head scratcher. I was gonna make a topic about Doom just to be like, hey guys, played this, gave my thoughts on it. Anybody else have anything else to add? It's 2 weeks later, no replies still, not one. It's just like, and that's probably the busiest forum I still go to. It's just that dead. They get maybe like 6 posts a day from different people on different topics. Just like it's nuts because when I think about when I like started going to forums in 2008, it was just like they were booming. Like you could not look at all the topics in a day if you wanted to. There was just too many going on, and now it's just like I think it's just been overshadowed by like YouTube and stuff. Like like you say, people can go check out the reviews from numerous different reviewers and stuff on YouTube, and they have their comment sections there, which I would argue are a lot worse than forums because they're not really streamlined in a great way. But yeah, I don't know what happened to them exactly. Just it's a head scratcher for sure. I don't know if you have any guesses really, but
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, just the fact that you can get easily opinions on games on anything. Like Steam is not to blame, but let's say like there's like before buying the game, there's a whole bunch of reviews, and then after you buy the game, there's like the community hub with all the discussion boards, and it's all in there. So I don't need to look at a lot of places to talk about games, basically.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
people inform themselves more than ever. They never really buy a game blindly.
I kind of miss it though. Like I don't know. I think it all pays back to like just fond memories or whatever. It's like oh, I kind of miss that. But like I don't know. It used to be nice to see the forum so booming. And obviously there used to be. I can tell there was more appeal to it myself back then. Probably with the free time factor of what 2008 being grade 8. I was always in whatever year it was per grade. But yeah, there was more time to do it. At that time, it was like we weren't allowed to use our computers for like anything. So I was like finally able to like use the computer like talk video games and stuff. And my brothers weren't really into it for a while, so I was like, yeah, going on a forum, it's like I can talk video games with people again. So it was interesting. So, um, but yeah, now it's just like I don't really feel the need to either, or nor do I have the time. So that's all there really is to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like YouTube channels that just give out your opinions and such. So
Yeah,
it's really hard, like I said, not to get informed and not having the need to seek out people.
yeah, yeah. It was
Or
definitely.
I want to say like I guess the internet's a bit more shy in a way that we all have like different kind of friends. Like back then, it was hard to make friends on the internet because you would have like nothing in common because they wouldn't. Well, not nothing in common. Like there was not like no online games like you guys could get together and play.
And
But
there,
now that
no,
we do that, people have like their own like I said, online friends, and they rather like speak to them than go on discussion boards. You know.
I mean, fuck, you want to talk about that now? We're always with that great dilemma. It's like if we want to play a game together, it's like, oh, what do we play? We have Minecraft, we have Terraria, we have what else?
No,
Like,
but like I'm saying, like right now, why aren't you on a discussion board, and why are you talking to me when you can be on a discussion board? It's because it's
yeah,
easier to talk to your friends because like I said, it's easier to make friends online nowadays. So you don't, so you want to speak to them if you want to have an opinion on such. You're like, hey, I've played Doom. Have you played Doom? It's rather say that to your friends
yeah,
than people on a message board.
it's old lunchroom conversation type stuff. Yeah, and I can just, like I've been sitting here the whole time playing Mario Kart, so it's just like it's a multitask thing too.
Yeah, and I've been sitting here the whole time playing Final Fantasy 10.
Yeah, well, of course they can see that too. So,
I guess.
but
How many games of Blitzball have I played? I think I've played like 5, and they're all like 15 minutes game. Oh, this is not good.
nothing to talk about.
The freaking Albert Sykes has an amazing goalie who just fell asleep, so I scored.
I said it's probably better than your shitty park building skills for watching.
Hey, listen, I pour my heart out on these parks.
I love those like log flumes that are like, here, I'm gonna go like all the way over here, go up once, drop once, and I'm gonna go all the way back.
Yeah, Oh well, that park was hard. You didn't have a lot of space, man. Give me some credit there. Did
Yeah, I don't know. I consider myself. I don't want to sound snooty, but yeah, I played so much freaking Roller Coaster Tycoon. I build all my own roller coasters, and I know how to like build them all fancy looking and shit. So it kind of tickles me to see something like that.
Yeah, just you wait until I get City Skylines and my city starts burning.
Oh no, I can't. I can't design cities worth shit in City Skylines. I start over all the time because I have that need to make it look fancy. From like playing sandbox games like that before, but also just not knowing what the hell I'm doing. So like I'll just drive myself nuts and have to keep restarting.
Yeah.
That's one thing I gotta get back to. When I'm not playing on a TV screen, that's where my computer's been set up for a long time. I find it hard with games like that where you gotta like read text and stuff to play on a TV screen. So it's like, well, it would be better. It's better served off with a monitor, a foot or two away from your face, which I'll have soon. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not too sure. This move tomorrow should be interesting.
I've been actually looking for to like do some oh my god, some computer upgrades on my part. Like I got a big tower, but
Right?
I'm looking for maybe buying like an audio system. Like probably just like I looked like at the Razer Leviathan, which is like it's just like a soundbar with like a subwoofer.
But what are those even necessary for today? If like I'm not
Oh,
super
because
tech.
I don't have any sound coming off my computer, flat and simple. Like the only thing that generates sound is the back of my computer screen, and it's not that good.
Oh, you want like speakers or something?
Yeah, speakers.
I think you meant like a sound card. I was like, those.
No, no. Why would you need a sound card?
Yeah, right. Like I was like, I think for like some heavy music
Yeah, yeah. If you're
synthesizer.
into like a heavy music editor, and you want to have quality music, yeah, it's gonna be much better if you get a sound card and you have like all these fancy gadgets. But yeah, no, if you're building a regular PC tower, like no, you don't need that.
I was gonna say, like, same boat as you. I've been looking. Well, now that I actually have money, of course, we want to go by Scottish stereotypes here. Scottish can't save their money worth shit; they want to spend it, which is kind of like true. But yeah, like I bought Doom, and then I was like, I've never once had an issue since I built my computer in 2014. I built a really strong computer that was at the time worth about $1,500 and I built it for $1,000 with Christmas sales, all that good stuff. And I had people help me, obviously, and I would have made some choices differently had I had actual knowledge on it. Like, for example, I'd go with NVIDIA instead of AMD, but it was really actually like crazy because I got Doom, and I was looking, I was like, wait a second, this is like really new. I wonder what the system requirements are. So I looked at the system requirements, and right there under card things, it lists my video card by name under the minimum requirements, and I'm like, shit. Has it gotten to that point already? It's like, what do you need for minimum requirements? It's like AMD 7870. I'm like, are you shitting me right now? There's so many graphics cards, and it's like, mine is listed by name there. It's also kind of weird in that regard, but I mean, I can run the game on just under medium settings. Really weird. Still looks freaking beautiful. Still looks better in consoles, obviously.
I've been looking to. It's weird because I built my tower like last summer, and I got in the 970 GTX, which is absolutely great. I don't know if you've seen the new one coming out.
The 1080.
The 1080. I was thinking it's like I might get the 1070 because I don't go for the highest because it's too expensive for nothing. Like it's only just a couple frames usually the difference. But because I was like, I said like, oh, I'm gonna buy my graphics card, and then in a year or two, I'm just gonna put a SLI in it, or a bridge.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
I wouldn't upgrade yet because I mean you're not like apparently at my point where.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I'm talking about like, I wanted to SLI and put a bridge on my graphics card when it gets cheaper, But then I realized when I checked the 1070, the price is actually lower than my 970, and it's more powerful than two of them combined. And I was like, holy crap.
I was going to say, never buy the newest generation either, because like you, really, you're going to be getting almost just the greatest, like the next best thing for a lot cheaper, basically. Which is what I did when I got the 7870. I think there was one AMD card better than it at the time, so we picked the second best one. And yeah, I don't know, I don't want to like sound like an idiot here because I don't know my stuff too much other than recreation, but yeah, I did have friends help me build it that do know what they're talking about. So, and I mean, I don't want to put my computer to shame too much. It's still able and capable to do everything it's been doing, video editing and stuff wise. The only thing I've been looking to upgrade really heavily is like RAM, because I have 8 gigs RAM. I do video editing.
When I shoot,
it would be first of all have better RAM and better processing. So 16 gigs of RAM and a processor.
It's not really required. Like really? Oh, okay, yeah, because you're doing a lot of editing. Yeah, I guess. I have 16 because I program a lot, but oops.
Like, I mean, PowerDirector itself is not the best video editing software, but it's what I can afford. I bought it a long time ago at the deal on my graphics or my capture card, and but it still has issues, running and rendering. Mostly when I try and do a 1080, 60 frame project like Minecraft Hardcore. That's an okay. I've sat down and edited an episode. Okay, I'm gonna leave my computer overnight because I'm not going to be able to use it for several hours while it renders a 10-minute video, 20-minute video. Like it's whereas like if I do anything like suddenly if it's like 1080 30 frames, it's like not nearly as bad, or 720 or like something Super Nintendo, it's just like boom. It takes as long as the video is to render, basically. So if it's a 20-minute video, it takes 20 minutes to render.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure RAM helps with that. I think RAM does a bit, but I know it's the processor. It's the big thing for editing. And a processor is a scary as far as I'm concerned, replacements. So
Editing. Yeah, processor probably.
but bit of RAM. RAM wouldn't hurt for sure, just in general.
Yeah, well, RAM would let you use your computer while you're editing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, 8 gigs today is not huge. 16 definitely wouldn't hurt. I think.
No, 8 you're fine. It's still there's a lot of tests proven that you're fine with 8. But if you're like doing like heavy video editing or such, because heavy gaming, you'll be fine on 8. You'll be fine. No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
One like what if like something like poorly optimized Minecraft hardcore we're recording, and I'm also playing. So it's like I think something like that takes a toll, and I noticed
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like if you just let me go off for a second. The first 2 hardcores I personally did in 720. That's the monitor I had, whereas everybody else did like 1080. Other than you did 480 for some fucking reason.
Really?
But
Fuck.
well, yeah, in your first one at least. But yeah, so I did 720. No issues running that 60 frames recording. No issues. As soon as I tried to do our failed attempts at Hardcore 3, where I was at Alex's house and he was letting me borrow a 1080 monitor and stuff. But I still don't have a 1080 monitor, by the way. And I tried to get 60 frames out of that while recording. No, it doesn't happen. My computer can't quite take that. So it gets about like 45 frames when it does that. Or, it can get 60, but when things get crazy, it's just like I'd be better off upgrading a bit for something like that. But yeah. I don't know. That's where I'm at. Is it just the graphics card you're looking to upgrade on yours?
Not really. I've been looking maybe for a network card because right now I'm running on wire, and I wanted to get one just because I want to get maybe some Bluetooth apparel here and there, just to cut on the number of wires.
But wired, like, if you're gonna be like live streaming stuff, wired's like 100% of the time gonna be better.
Yeah, I know. But if you like, because I'm gonna get a network card just for like Bluetooth. So
Yeah.
might as well. It comes with the network and the wireless internet stuff. So
Yeah. I'm not sure how interesting this is to anybody listening, but yeah, this is kind of like behind the scenes of how it works. You need a good rig.
I got one more Blitzball game before I call it quit.
Yeah.
So you got 15, we got around 15 minutes.
People do YouTube on like really, I guess what do you want to call them, like bottom of the line rigs and stuff. I know we personally both got our starts on. Mine was a really shitty laptop, but when it really gets down to it, it just helps to have the hardware.
Oh, I did so many like little upgrades that I'm like so happy about it. My last crappy Let's Play was Banjo-Kazooie, and it was one of my best ones. It was just like a small laptop with like a headset with a poor mic, no mic, and it was.
Yep.
But still, And then I upgraded, and I never did Let's Play the same way.
Yep. Well, I'm talking to a guy that did Diamond VC 500 capture card Let's Plays for a long time. It was 360p. Had a, I was kind of disappointed. I had a $100 Logitech headset I went out and bought, and I thought it would be a pretty good mic, but it wasn't the greatest. So obviously, Blue Yeti is what we use now, and that's what a fuck ton of people use. I notice if I'm watching a review video, a lot of times I'll see that Blue Yeti sitting there. So it's like, what we use now, this is not the Blue Yeti, this is a cell phone I'm currently on for the stream. But just not what I record with, believe me. But yeah, Blue Yeti, fantastic. Capture card, I'm personally looking into getting a new one because I got the Diamond GC 1000 after being happy with the VC 500 for what it was. But
I've never used mine.
What?
I never used mine.
Oh yeah, you got a capture card and like did a test or whatever.
I've never used it. Oh my god.
Well,
what a waste. Okay. Yeah, no, I had a Turtle Beach headset, and then I upgraded towards my blue Snowball. I have a Snowball. Yeah. And I think it's good. And it had that weird mic glitch on my laptop. Now it doesn't anymore. On my new on my tower, it doesn't do it anymore.
Or like the suddenly your like left speaker gets really loud.
Yeah, that was a laptop thing. I had a really bad audio problem. Remember, I had bad audio problems. Like I completely lost every sound, and then
Yeah.
yeah, it was really
I
bad.
remember for instance, it's really great though, 'cause it's like you're trying to like get upset at me, and you're like, hey Cam, and then it's like it goes really loud for the fuck. It's just like fuck you. It's like holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that series when it's all said and done. 'Cause it's been very broken up for me as I've edited
Oh my
it too.
god.
I
Yeah.
watch it.
What series was it again?
Hardcore.
Oh, the no. Oh, hardcore. I thought we were talking about newer Super Mario World or Wii.
Oh god, no.
Nah, the Let's Play that never ends.
Oh, it was.
It did end.
Actually, it's still not complete. It's not. It's beaten. It's not completed. But I don't know if I'd ever touch going back to that. I would. I guess it's probably something it's interesting for some people, especially the dev if he's somehow listening to this because he used to watch all those.
Because
It is something I've wanted to do better justice on. 'Cause I did half the thing in the 360p and shitty microphone, and it just took forever. Obviously, I think it was 8 months.
whoa, don't get vibrations on me, man. You gotta freak out our
Yeah.
viewers, man.
Hopefully, it's not too bad.
Uh,
Yeah, no, I've wanted to do it justice. We actually we started doing a Canadoofs on it once upon a time when we were like a year ago. Canadoofs was a thing we were launching like a year ago, and then we, scrapped it, but we still had all the stuff. So now we're just kind of doing it now, that everybody wants to do again. I guess I don't know, but
because I joined in. Ha!
yeah. Well, I mean, you're gonna be using the channel too, which will be good because we both don't have the time to do a full-time schedule, so combined it'll help.
I guess
For
we
the
should.
schedule.
I guess we should talk a bit about that.
On stream.
Yeah, for those of you who've made it past like the 2-hour
Upload.
threshold,
can only upload Wednesdays every second week, but not like every fifth day of the month. Between 2 a.m. and 2:14 a.m.
yeah, except on full moons. That's a no
I
go.
don't know.
That's a
I
no
think
go. I get really bad internet on full moon, so we can't do anything.
I'm gonna start trying to schedule myself again, but only for weekly. So it's gonna be scheduled less willy-nilly. I'm going to get these last 4 projects that are going at fucking once done, and then I'm gonna be open to do, an actual structured thing.
Mm.
But the thing is, like, Hardcore 2 is sitting at a point where I have to make a death montage for somebody again, which are great when they're done, but it's a kind of a pain in the ass to think about it and go sift through footage to find.
Wait, did I get a montage?
You did. Did you not watch it?
I don't watch my. Did I watch? Yes, I watched my own death, but I didn't watch. I didn't know there was a montage.
There is in the newest one, yeah.
Huh.
It's done. I just gotta do the next montage, and then I'll have to do the one in the video after that because everybody decides to start dropping like flies. So.
But what people really want is the end of Hardcore 1.
Yes, there's that. There's Hardcore 2. There's Pac-Man World 2.
Isn't it like done and fully edited?
What's that?
Hardcore 1.
It doesn't really require any editing. That's why it's so funny that I haven't got it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, it's perfect the way it is. I'm like, upload it as it is.
It's like a 10-minute video too. It would not be hard. I should literally just go do it after we're done talking, but I probably won't. You know what? I haven't wanted to do much editing. Editing on a TV has also been a pain. I need the monitor to sit close with. It's hard to like get precise shit done, on a TV. It's hard to describe, but it has not been ideal. I'm not going to use that as an excuse because that's far from the biggest reason why I haven't been doing shit, but it doesn't help. Yeah. I don't know if there's much more to say than like my 20-day recap. You know what? Okay, here's the other interesting the 20 days. Okay, so I went to work several times, 50, 60 hours a week, right? I went there and I made doors.
Yeah, you just need six stack of wood and a workbench.
I made doors. Specifically door jams. I take the jam I drill a hole, maybe two, depends on it. If it's Rona or Home Depot, depends. And then I put a strike in it, the weather stripping, and then I run it through a machine, and then I cut off the excess weather stripping, and then I stack them together, and then I go place them on a rack.
Cool story, bro.
And I make about 400 of those a day. That's what I do.
Jeez, I'm at school.
It's speechless.
I don't stop.
It pays well. It's nice. Like I said, I get a lot of time to think to myself because there's not a whole lot of thought process that goes into that. Once you've done it, literally probably 4,000 times, like I have already in a few weeks. So, yeah. That's my door jam story. It's not really my jam. But nothing.
No, it's literally. You want me to talk about doors?
Come on, man.
I got nothing on doors, dude.
You use them every day.
Yeah, well, I open them. Sometimes I close them. Most of the time, I go through them. That's about it. That's my doors experience.
Have you ever had this thought of just like, walking right through that door jam? Just going up to like kicking it, be like, fuck you, Cameron, fucking door jams, break it.
My God. Is that what you think when you're breaking doors? I'm like, somebody's gonna get so mad one day. Somebody's gonna kick my door.
No, but it is weird to think about 4,000 doors in the future will have had my hands in them. Those kind of thoughts are kind of cool, but also strange.
Yeah, this is where you know you're fucked. Because like, oh my God, like these doors are not top quality.
Major door recall. Just
the doors are crumbling down at an alarming rate.
It does get it. You have too much time to think about it. There's been times my gloves have been falling apart, and I'll be stapling like the deadbolt in, and I'll be like, man, part of my glove got caught in that. Someone out there is gonna have a piece of my glove in their door forever.
Wow. Wake up.
This is actually pretty late for me right now, I think.
Oh man, it's almost midnight here. Oh.
Well, I'm into sleep an hour ago. So that's what I'm already in that mindset. Going to sleep, wake up and make doors. That's what I'm talking about. No, really, it's really not that bad though. It's pretty nice. Pays good.
Doors are nice.
Doors are nice. Literally use them every day. If you have a door out there by Masonite, in the future, if you buy one, anybody, there's a very good chance that it had something to do with me making it.
Oh my God.
Not even shitting you right now.
Oh my God! If you go on our Patreon, you can buy Cameron's door, self-made, get free shipping, except you have to pay for it.
Here's some good door advice for you, okay? Buying a Masonite door, don't buy the Rona ones. They're like board. This is actually me being completely serious right now.
Well, I'm so tired. I'm like, oh my God.
The Rona doors are garbage. Buy the Home Depot ones. And if you buy a Home Depot door, don't buy a special Home Depot door because it's using Rona door jams. And those are garbage.
Oh my God.
Buy a pure breed Home Depot Masonite door.
Oh my God.
For all your door needs.
This is what happens when we stream for 2 hours, guys.
I only have an hour and 20 minutes. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yes.
Oh, it feels forever. We're talking about doors. Door simulator, guys.
You know what? I got one thing to say. And you're going to cut it after I say this?
No, I'm not going to edit anything.
No, you're going to stop the recording after I say this.
Oh, no, not really. I still have to finish my Blitzball game. They have a minute left.
You know what? Regardless, I think that this conversation was adorable.
Dude. Oh, my God. And
I
there you
feel
have
like
it.
I talked longer about doors than I did about some game.
Oh yeah, like Perfect Dark. I have $9,000, 9,000 hours in. You know what? Doors. I make 400 of them. Let me talk to you about all of the things that.
If I had $9,000, I would not need to be making doors right now.
Oh,
Like really,
I don't need to make doors then. I'm good.
I wish I had $9,000 right now. That would be as sweet as a sweet, sweet canyon in this Mario Kart.
Yeah.
No, this isn't Sweet Sweet Canyon. It's the lie. It's Bone Drying Ruins. God damn it. It's my least favorite level, but it's still pretty good. There's no bad levels in this game. And I love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna hum some Diddy Kong Racing. Da da da.
Finally.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da
Oh,
da
it's
da.
kind of a song. It's like Frosty Dolan.
That was one of the winter stage, I think.
Oh, one thing I gotta talk about is because Diddy Kong Racing reminded me of it. I'm going to PAX 2016. Woo!
Woo.
Say hi and shit. I'll probably be in the retro games area, in the competition for retro games area. Forget what it's called. PAX West, that is, I should say, because they're actually calling it PAX West now. But yeah, I know. Hey, I mean, you should go. I mean, Jack's trying to go, and he's coming from the fucking UK, so
When is it?
he's for Quebec.
Depends on when is it.
That's like, like September long weekend.
September something?
Like September long weekend, like Labor Day weekend.
Oh, Labor Day weekend?
Yeah.
I'll check. Maybe. I don't know.
You have that like $800 plane ticket money to throw away.
Well, that's cheap enough. But it's not. I'm not going from the London tickets. I'm going from the Montreal tickets.
I know. It's like I don't know where I would draw the line because it already costs us like I think we do like a $400 trip. That's like a $1,200 trip for you, including the plane ticket probably.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'd pay that. $400 is already a bit steep for me.
If I'm going on a trip, I'm not going to France, freaking Vancouver.
Vancouver. What about Vancouver?
Oh no, it's Seattle. I think PAX West.
Yeah, it's not in Vancouver. That would be a lot easier. Seattle's not too bad from here though.
Thank you guys for listening. It's been fun. Next time
Next
we're
time you
gonna.
walk through the door, just think about the fact that like
Well-
who made those door games.
And I'm actually I got a winning streak on Blitzball.
No.
I don't think I didn't lose. I think I think I won all my games.
Nice. I got first place in my Mario Kart shit.
My God, we're so good.
Really hard to do on normal difficulty when you're not paying attention very well.
Why aren't we famous?
Famous.
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 Famous so French.
Everybody, don't forget, don't French it up.
Don't French it up. If you French it up, we'll make T-shirts saying "Don't French it up." We need to be financed so hard right now. we need money to pay for Cam, just to stay, just for him to stay alive, basically. Not even to get better material, just to him surviving. Are we at this point now? Are we at the point where we stop asking for subscribers and likes and we're starting straight up for money? You know what? We're not making anything out of this. We're not gonna get the views, so might as well just ask for money straight up.
Okay.
Oh my
I was
God.
never doing it for money anyways.
Me neither. Especially now that I just quit my partnership. Screw you, guys.
Says the guy that partnered. I forgot a race. Probably still win. Is that it? Are we done?
That's it. I'm gonna stop it. Bye, guys.
Bye.